Salut tout le monde, good morning everyone. Today we are invited by our friend Dave and we're gonna go in a small village. Apparently they are making some little boats over there, and the village I think called Oelaba, but I'm not really sure about that. But that's gonna be a new exploration on Rote Island.
Okay. Okay. Go. Okay. Mansion. Woo. Okay. Pagi, kids. School. So our friend Dave, who's invited us on this trip today, he's got a car, and obviously for us, without any form of land transportation, it's pretty awesome when someone offers us an adventure in their car. Anyway, Dave's an old surfer from way back. He's one of the original guys that came here to Rote, to Nembrala, and he's him and his wife Janet have built a pretty amazing resort here called Oelaba. So if you're in Nembrala or thinking of coming to Rote, this would be a good place to stay for sure. There's 8 months here of dry season. It's pretty dry. Everything's, you know, there's not a lot of vegetation around, and these guys have a massive well, and so their gardens are just incredible, and a lot of Indonesian people come here for their photos for weddings and things like that because it's really well known, the garden. But I'll show you this, look at it. Found a tree you like?
Yeah, I like this tree. It's not often we see this one. Beautiful garden, so many kind of flowers and colors. It's smelling super good. It's really a little Eden.
Yeah, and it's probably the first time we've seen a lawn, a grass, for a long time. It's end of the dry season here, but they've still got green grass everywhere. Pretty amazing.
Let's go! On the way to Oelaba, we did a first stop on a beach. We walked along the mangrove on a wood pontoon, and I was worried a bit about crocs. But as soon as I saw the many kids playing around, I thought they were probably not in the area. Here, this is our friends and guide for the day, Dave and Janet. Janet cooked for all of us the delicious and classic dish of Indonesia, nasi goreng ayam.
Good lunch, bud?
Yeah, super good.
Salad.
Thank you so much, Janet.
Thank you, Janet, for making lunch.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave, for bringing us. Look at these little dogs.
It was not really the more peaceful lunchtime ever, with all the kids jumping around and curious about us. But it is always a pleasure to have fun with some full of energy kids. More than us, the real stars of the kids are the two little dogs. In Indonesia, the only dogs are looking like dingo. The kids are really fascinated by these two little balls of fur that they can touch and caress. After the lunch, we did a stop to an inland salty river, where people are cultivating the seaweed agar-agar as many Rotenese people. The perfect occasion to fly the drone and observe the incredible landscapes of Rote from the sky. On the road again, we finally arrived in Oelaba. On the west coast of Rote, behind a mangrove area, Oelaba is a tiny fisherman village, all Muslim, contrary to the rest of Rote Island, who is mostly Christian. In the middle of the mangroves, the Oelaba fishermen are building and working on their sailing boat in the middle of thousands of mini mud crabs. At low tides, it is easy to access the boats who are on the dry. For the size of the village, the number of boats in this natural harbor is quite impressive. Each family of this village is living from the ocean and the boat. The specificity of this village is that the men are out to fishing or to bring wood for making new boats more than 10 months per year. The women and kids are staying alone by themselves almost all of the time.
All these the WIDOWMAKERS, because sometimes they never come back because they don't have motors. It's all done by traditional sailing.
We had the luck to find some of the men in the harbor. We were working on their boat. A good opportunity to learn about their lifestyle and their work.
Enam
mil layar.
Yeah. Enam knot.
Ya, 6 knot.
Yeah.
Coba tu. Kanan.
Tiga machine, tiga belas knot.
13 knot.
Wow.
Tambah 6 knot.
Wow. Fast. Berapa solar? Satu jam berapa?
1 jam 2
mesin?
liter.
Ah.
1 mesin 2 liter setengah.
Okay. 2,5 liter.
Ya.
8
Ya,
liter.
8. Ya. 1 jam.
Okay.
Ja.
Und Leier 0 solar. Angin,
layar.
Angin gratis.
Gratis. Kalau angin, gratis.
Yeah. But this one here is on such an angle, it wouldn't even. So the locals here in Oelaba,
Yep.
they have these big boats called, I guess they're called prows, are they? These big wooden boats, they're handmade, everything's handmade, and they sail them. And there's this place called Ashmoore Reef about, it's Australian, it's about 100 miles from here. But because the Indonesian traditional fishermen, Indonesians have been fishing down there for, I guess, probably thousands of years. But they have an agreement with the Australian government that as long as these boats are still traditional, that means no engines, no electronic navigation. If they sail down there, they're still allowed to go down there and fish, even though it's a marine park and no one else is allowed to fish there. So these guys sail down there and spend the whole season down there, catching fish, drying it, and then sail back. And they've just arrived back about a month ago, and now they're all putting their engines back in, and then these things turn into motorboats and they go up to Sulawesi and get timber and bring it back to here. So pretty amazing customs they've got going here.
Now it is time to leave in the mud and the crabs to do a tour in the village. Some men are working on making wood boats. And the kids were both excited and shy to have some visitors in their home. They're super shy. They don't want to be filmed. No. After a while in our company, they started to relax and acting more naturally with us. At the other side of the world, kids are playing the same classic games. Girls doing figures on elastic, boys biking, hands games, swings and climbing trees. After our little tour, all the kids escort us back to the lighthouse at the entry of the village. Vernon did a last drone flight and the kids loved it. They are not shy anymore. Not at all.
A little bit shy still. Look, when I point the camera at them, they're like, he's not shy. He's not shy at all. Yes. What an awesome village. These super friendly, super nice. It's a special society. Well, yeah, a special culture here with their long range sailing. The men all go away for 6-7 months at a time on these sailing boats and then come back here for a month and then go again to Sulawesi. So I guess the kids in that grow up, you know, hearing stories about their father and grandfathers and things like that, and only seeing them a couple of months of the year. But pretty cool. Everyone's really friendly, and good to see that the old traditions are still alive here. You know. What do you reckon?
Yes.
Yeah. Siapa nama? Fajo. Berapa tahun Fajo? 13. Wow. 13. And you? The follow? And you? Lima. Nah, it's really cool to see all the kids so friendly and everyone's interested in us and curious. The little dogs, they never saw these little animals before here. And I'm pretty sure they didn't even know if they were dogs or not, but it's pretty funny. Well, it's a Muslim town, so dogs aren't, you know, there's not too many dogs here anyway, but pretty cool. They're more curious about us, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can you say, watch learning by doing? No, come on. Like, subscribe, comment.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Sampai jumpa. Hey. Bye.
So we are on our way back to Umbrella, and we just stopped here because this tree is just huge. He has more than 20 nests of bees around, and super wild ones and big. I never saw that. Probably full of honey.
thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. As you probably could tell, this one was edited by Marie. You can hear her silky smooth narration going on. Hope you enjoyed it. She's got a different style than me, and we try and slip one of hers in. When she's got time, I get her to edit every now and again. But yeah, it's a cool video. Hope you guys enjoyed the the cultural aspect to this one, and it was fun there. The kids were so cool, just yeah, just really innocent and natural and really nice. You can probably tell from other videos, I really love hanging out with the kids wherever we go. Gotta say thanks and big shout out to all the patrons. You guys make this possible. Definitely makes us feel good knowing you guys are contributing and helping out our hard work. It motivates us to keep making these videos for you guys. Please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's really helps us out with the algorithm, and also now we're definitely in more remote places again. We might not be quite so consistently every Tuesday, so push the notifications bell as well, and that way you get an update. If we don't put something out for a week, or we just have a time on a Friday, we'll put one out. That way you'll get a little email saying that we've put a video out. Yeah, look forward to showing you our adventures. As you can see in the background, we're not in Rote anymore. We're actually just arrived in Banda, which is about, I don't know, 400 or 500 miles north of Rote, and this place is pretty freaking awesome. We've only been here a day, but loving it already, and look forward to showing you some pretty cool videos from here in the future. Anyway, thanks again, and see you next week.